Hey everyone, today I'm creating some cards in a really simple colour palette using the February 2023 SheetLoad of Cards template. I have made some changes to the sketch this time and I'll explain them as I go through the video. I'll also mention that I'm part of the collaboration team, so there is a link below to check out the hashtag for all the other collaborators, and there is also a link to a playlist of the collaborators if you have trouble with the hashtag. There is also a link to where you can get the sketch so that you can create some cards yourself. These are all the items that I'm going to use today. Honeybee Love Letters paper pad. I've got some 12x12 red cardstock, a 12x12 black and white paper pad, and a Spellbinders stamp set. The first step is to create the sentiments, and I decided to do this using blank card bases. You can see here that I fold them in half at the top to create a top folding A2 white card base. They are the perfect size for this 4-inch Hero Arts Infinity die. And you can see on the right, I've already cut out loads of them. I had way more than I needed. I did probably not think about this, and that you cut down the circle into a quarter, which means that you get 4 from each circle. So I have plenty for other projects. For a stamp set, I chose the Letterboard Sentiment stamp set from Spellbinders. There are several of these sentiments that fit perfectly onto the quarter circle. I was trying them out a little bit here. I hadn't yet made a decision about which one I was going to use, so I put this aside and I moved on to the next step of the project. I'm now sorting through the pattern papers, and I decided that I was going to pick one side from each of the sheets. These are double-sided sheets and there's 2 lots of 12. So I'll eventually end up with 2 of 12 of the designs to turn into cards. The next step is cutting down the pattern papers, and I will have quite a few scraps left. This is because I'm not actually following the design on the card sketch. It requires you to use 12x12 paper, and I have chosen to use a combination of 12x12 and also some 6x6. The pieces are quite large, so the 2 on the right hand side, so it'll be easy for me to find another project where I can put them to really good use. If you're enjoying the video, it would be great if you could hit the like button. Thank you. The next thing I was doing is organizing the black and white paper, and I'm using this big 12x12 pack. This is from a store named The Reject Shop in Australia and New Zealand, and it was $7 for a big pack of different patterns of black and white, and there is 48 sheets. It's also quite heavy. It's almost cardstock instead of paper. After I'd picked out the correct design, I partnered it up with some strips of the 12x12 red cardstock, which I'm using as my matting layer. On the card sketch, you can see that it actually has multiple strips of pattern paper on the backing layer, and I decided that rather than putting all these small strips together, I was going to adjust the design, and I was just going to do a complete piece of the black and white pattern paper. I really simplified it, and I just layered these up on the backing panel with a strip of black and white, and then I've trimmed them and chopped them in half, and voila. I have included links below to all the products that I've used today for those that are available. If not, I will tag them as retired. They will be affiliate links where possible, which means that I do receive a small commission at no cost to you. I and any other content creator really appreciate when you use the links under the videos. It does help out a lot. Now that all the backing panels are done, I am lining up the different colors for the focal point pattern paper, which is the smaller bit on top of the design. I had laid out the different pattern papers with different combinations of the black and white, and now I'm sort of changing my mind and I'm fiddling around with them, and I'm trying to work out which black and white matches up with which of the little pattern paper rectangles. In the end, I did decide to really simplify it and go with the ones that were predominantly red or predominantly pink. And in the end, that means I've created some really simple designs, but they could be turned into Valentine's Day, which is coming up soon. If you added a little bit more detail and perhaps a different message. I have chosen to go with a really simple message today, and I've just used the hello stamp, and you will see that a little bit later when I get out my MISTI and do the sentiments for these. It's been a while since I showed my unusual approach to doing a white matting layer on a rectangle. or any shape really, but I happen to have rectangles today. The way that I do it is I actually line up the paper towards the edge of a bigger piece of white cardstock, and I've just got a good feel for it, but I think I'm doing about 3/16 of an inch. And when I'm putting these down, they are perfect when I use my trimmer and cut them down as part of the next step, using the edge of the guard for the trimmer as a guide. So when I'm lining this up, I'm actually putting the pattern paper to the very edge of that clear piece of plastic, and that gives me the exact width for my matting layer. I'm not sure if I'm describing that very well, and I probably should zoom in and do a bit of a closer look, but I do not have to think at all when I'm trimming these down. I am just lining them up with the edge of the clear guard, and then I'm trimming, and then I have a really perfect border around these, and they look exactly the same and consistent every time. For the circles, these are really easy to cut down as well. Because I've used a 4-inch circle, I'm lining this up so that it hits the 2-inch mark and cutting it in half, and then I rotate it and then I cut it in half again, and that's how I get from my full circle to a half and then down to a quarter. I mentioned earlier that I would not need very many of the circles, and funnily enough, I'm making 12 cards and I only needed 3 circles, so I definitely have loads of them left. From the stamp set, I mentioned earlier I had picked the Hello stamp set, the Hello stamp, so there was a bit of a spoiler there. These are really, really easy to stamp. I've just put multiples on top of each other in the corner of my MISTI, lined up the Hello stamp, and then I'm using my Versafine black ink, and actually I think it's Nocturne, so it's not Versafine black, it's Nocturne, but honestly, to me, it looks like black. It is super, super dark, but I'm assuming maybe it has a bit of a blue tinge, which is why it's called Nocturne, but this is one of my favorites, and I use it really, 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 really frequently. These are super easy in the MISTI, and I'm just going to run through and I'm going to do them one by one. It is really important when you are stamping with the MISTI to actually hold it for a second or two and let the ink come off the stamp into the cardstock. If you don't, you'll find that you're having to multiple stamp unnecessarily. I find that I shouldn't need to ever stamp more than twice if my ink pad is juicy enough, and if I'm taking the time to just hold the MISTI lid down a little bit, just with a little bit of pressure, and you'll get a perfect stamp. At this point, all I've got left to do is assemble all of the cards. I'm using the grid on my Altenew mat just to line up the panel in the middle and then also the rectangle. I found that I had to be quite precise because of the nature of the designs. With the little diamonds and then the zigzags on the panel on top of this, if I got it out of whack, it was really, really noticeable. So I did take the time to be quite careful about getting that correct. The last step is to add the sentiments, and I'm just doing that using my Barely Art liquid glue. I really love the look of that little rectangle with the corner sentiment. That is honestly one of my favorite parts of the sketch, and I do think that I'm going to incorporate this into cards moving forward. I am sure that when I want to do something a little bit unusual or add a bit of interest, I will be able to use up my leftover circle dies. I'd love to know if you create cards using the SheetLoad of Card templates every month. Do you keep the design as intended? Do you make changes? I'd love to hear about how you use them below. I absolutely love using Honeybee Stamps paper pads. I have done so many times in my videos, and I have put a link here to another one that I think you might enjoy. Have a great day.